This is my £300 MR2. It's come a long way since I started it. We've got an exhaust in the bumper and not much bumper. Carbon fibre wing, a brand new second-hand roof. Oh, that sticker looks nice. New wings, new headlights, new bumper, pre-facelift, and a new door. There's a 1ZZ. That's one less Z than the Celica. It has a decatted manifold, a sports cat, and a bumper exit exhaust. Ow, that hurt my finger. We also have a Blitz air filter and an oil cooler. On the front, we have PBS Pro Track pads and Superpro suspension. Underneath, we have a white line anti-roll bar and Time Flex Z coilovers. Bing, bang, bang, shut up. Inside, Tane EDFC5 controller and some bucket seats, because I'm a giant. It's got a Fidanza short shifter. Ka-chung, ka-chung. A fire extinguisher, because, you know. Oh, hello! Please excuse the state of the car. It's been parked up for about 3 weeks. The Celica took a little bit longer than I wanted, so it's time to get this thing done. We've got a sprint at the start of next month, the first one of the year, so I need to make sure this thing's ready. I've got a fresh set of tyres. AR1, ready for the track. I also have a new set of wheels to put them on. Let me know what colour you think I should paint them in the comments below. But the most important thing that's coming on Monday is a roll bar. Now, I can't compete in this without a roll bar or a hardtop, and I'm not paying £1,000 for a hardtop. The only issue is, I'm a giant freak, so I'm hoping there's enough room behind here for the bar. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to rethink the seats. Maybe get a thinner seat or bolt them to the floor. I don't know, but it might be an issue. I've been waiting nearly 8 weeks for this bar. I was kind of scared it wasn't gonna be here. But the most important thing that we're gonna be doing today is changing the suspension. And these are the bits we're gonna be working on today. Oh, that's my breakfast. My good friends over at Superpro have sent me the rest of the bushes that I need to finish the back. They've also sent me a livery kit for the white line car and Superpro, not that you can really see. And we have this great new product from Tane, adjustable roll bar links for the back, not the front because they're too small.
That's what she said.
Now the reason I've not done this up until now is I need to drop the subframe and I need to cut the bolt out the arms. So I have new alignment bolts for the back so I can cut the old ones off. You can buy these at Fensport, by the way. So I have some bed coating which I'm going to use to paint the subframe because the subframe's fairly new and I want to keep it that way, so I'm going to be painting it. I also have red paint from the calipers which I'm going to be using to paint the arms. Now if you want to know about adjustable roll bar links, I did do a little thing for Fensport, how they work and why you need them. But first we're going to get this car on the ramp, I'm going to lift it up and I'm going to show you what the issue is. So this up in the air, see what we're working with. So here's the exhaust. Ka-chow! Straight off the manifold, no cats. Sports cat into bumper exit. Ooh, sexy. The subframe, the old winter's got to her because I was driving her in the snow in the salt and shite. We've got poly bushes for the engine mounts, front and rear. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is we have new brake lines coming for this. Brake and clutch lines coming from hell. Especially got the red ones because I'm a tart and I wanted things to match. So under here you can see we've got the Flex Zs somewhere, the white line anti-roll bar. This is the bolt that is seized solid. I couldn't move it. This one moves. I have adjusted this one. These arms aren't too bad, to be fair. I might just reuse these ones. The plan was to kind of do them separately and then come back to the car and do these ones. I've got some time now. The workshop is closed because we're building this top secret for the next couple of weeks. So with the subframe down, I might just use these ones. See, I made like a little heat shield up here, try and protect the intake air temps. Got these wanky Toyo tyres, which I absolutely despise. And the reason we're changing the clutch line is some bell piece, whoever this had a new engine, twisted this clutch hose and I literally could not be bothered to take it all off and untwist it. It's easier just to change it for a proper one. So that needs doing. Oil cooler up here. Needs to do oil and filter change on this bad boy. Bosh! It's not looking horrendous under here. It's looking a bit scabby, but it's not horrendous. On the front, white line anti-roll bar. Did I change these bushes? Yeah, Superpro bushes on the 8 roll bar links. Time Flex Zs with the top mounts twisted round for additional caster as much as I could go with the EDFC. That's the only issue with the EDFC. Sorry, my trousers are falling down. And I had a new steering rack, new arms with Superpro bushes with offsets for additional caster as well. So that's the front. we're not going to be worrying about the front today. PBS. Oh, also, man, forgot about these. So I bought several brake rebuild kits from Big Red and they both leaked. So there's obviously an issue because they've stopped selling them. So I've now gone for Celica / Prius ZZT 230 calipers on the front. It's supposed to be an upgrade, it's a bigger piston. Yeah, so I've gone for them. So I did do a video, but it never made it. So I'll probably do a little bit on that again. I have them, they're a straight fit, which bolt straight on to the original carriers, original pads. It's a great upgrade. I've just got some in. I haven't listed them on the website yet. So if you want a set, I'll list them next week. On here, I've got plain disc. I've got PBS pads. So the reason is PBS pads and most track pads are harder compound. So you'll wear through the discs before you do the pad. So I just put cheap discs on. On the rear, I might do the rear discs and pads before the track day if I get time. They're Mintex discs and pads. They were new though when I got the car. And the only other things to do while it's on the ramp, handbrake cable on this side. Someone's put the pre-facelift cable on this side, not on this side. So I've got a matching one, but they also threaded the bolts that go into the adjuster. So I can't undo the cables to replace them. So I've got to cut that off. I do have a replacement one. Oh, I've just noticed. Timing chain tensioner is leaking. I better change that. Yeah, there's close to do. But today should just be the arms. So what I want to do is get this subframe down. It means I'm gonna have to take the exhaust down, which shouldn't be an issue. It's not been up very long. And it's just that. Hopefully that comes undone. It looks a bit scabby in there. Yeah, I might actually do some work now. I've been here for about an hour, cleaning the floor and the sides. I have a limited amount of tools. Let's get started. Let's get the subframe down. Now what I am gonna do, because it's a JDM car and obviously it's rusty, I'm gonna get a wire wheel on a drill and just clean off all the threads of everything that I've got to undo. We'll do that first. I'll WD it all up, get the wheels off, and then we'll do a time lapse. I'll get it down the floor and you can see what we're working with. So now that it's wire brushed and kind of WD'd, I'll leave it to soak for a minute. You can see that the poor car, is covered in winter unfortunately. That's what happens when you live in the UK. Everything gets covered in So I'll leave it to soak. Poor tains, I need to clean it all off really. Right, so subframe's down. That's pretty simple to be fair. Leaves you with this gaping hole of mess here. Just remember, there is this little ABS bracket, 2 12s on each side. It's just a case of getting this and this off and this one afterwards. So take them off, pull them down, and then you can pull this out and drop. Engine mount, and that's it. It's all just comes out. My car doesn't have a lot on it, so it might be a bit harder on yours. You'll have all these heat shields and wanky exhaust. But now it's off, you can see I've done the gear linkage bushes. It's all pretty tidy under here. It needs a wire brush. I'm going to wire brush it all off. Now the subframe's down. These holes were full of water. Look at that one. So next job is these rear arms off. So it's going to be bolt through here. Get them down on the floor. You can see I've put this down to stop the floor getting all dirty and covered in. So I'm going to get them down now, then rejoin me. We'll have a look at it all on the floor laid out and I'll show you what you've got to do. Look how nice it is today. Freaking blue sky. Hi. It'd be a perfect day to be doing that out on the road. But, you know, such is life, as my friend used to say. To celebrate turning the MR2 into a track car, I'm releasing a special t-shirt. Now, I'm not making any money on this t-shirt. It's just to get the word out there and make something super cool. So if you want an MR2 t-shirt, check out this bad boy now. So the price will be £25. That's including the VAT. Put a link in the bottom below. Merch drop, help support the channel, help get the word out there, and you know, it's got a car on it, so it must be cool. These are the bushes that come out. As you can see, they're completely they are f***ed. I just need to get the heat shield off here. We'll flip it over and then look at the bushes on here, try and get them out. I'm going to have to cut one out, I think. It might gun out, but I'll probably have to cut it out. Is it rolling? It's rolling. Okay, so with them out, so with that out, you can see what I've got to do. So I've got to get this arm off, which is that and that. This are the toe bolts that were seized. I might be able to get a gun on it and gun it off, I doubt it. And this one. So what I'm probably going to have to do on this one is get a hacksaw through here, maybe. I don't know. It's going to be a dick anyway. So I'll put you on a time lapse. You can sit and watch me struggle. the bolts are all out. It's still on fire. I had to set the bolts on fire to get them out. The bushes are absolutely toast, man. Let's just have a look at one. There's not really any bush left in there. So it's a good job we're changing them. So here you go, here's the old rusty, old crusty jugglers. What I'm gonna do now is clean this off. I should really pressure wash it and leave it to dry. In fact, I might do that. I might go out and pressure wash it. Okay, so I've washed the subframe. I'm just gonna take a look at it. I'll just give it a quick wash, but it's drying in the sun because it's full of water. So let's have a look. It's not come out too bad. As you can see, it was replaced, but the postman came. Let's try again. So it is clean. It was replaced at some point, as you can see. Let's bring her in because the worst of the drips are off it. I'll leave it on this cardboard to dry over the weekend. Ka-chow! Actually, yeah. Let's leave that there. All the arms are off. They are pretty foobarred, especially like these inner ones where the bush is just gone. Luckily I have new bolts because they were completely f***ed. So I have nice shiny new ones to go in that will be greased. Got to clean all these bolts up and these subframe supports. Crusty. I'll clean the engine mount up, give her a lick of paint. Next jobs. Maybe get these bushes out. Let me lay out what bushes I've got. So I should have 1, 2, 3 packs of bushes. Can't remember what they sent me. Yes. So we have SPF 2395, 2398, and 2396. I don't know which one goes where, but I'm going to have a look and see which one's which. Guess we better get these bushes out so I can paint the arms. God, they look f***ing awful, don't they? No wonder the thing doesn't handle very well. That, and I couldn't do a proper alignment on the back, so it's probably all over the place. Look how cool this looks. This is f***ing sick. Look at this thing. Absolute weapon. Can't wait to get back out in this. Should we talk about bushes? No, I might do a separate video on bushes. Yeah, let's talk about bushes and anti-roll bar links in another video, because I'll just do a video about them. That'd be quite cool. We'll use some of this footage. Let's get these in the press and see what we're left with. Whoa! I just pulled my pants a little bit. That is a lot of weight on that. I had started moving it though. Oh, she's tight like a tiger. All right, let's carry on. Let's get my big boy pants on. Oh no, please don't say I've pressed that bad boy. So that's one out, and sweet mother of Jehoshaphat. That was tight. She is absolutely foobarred. Crusty juggler indeed. But that is out. That's out. I used a 24mm socket, and then this is part of, like, I don't even know what this is. Yeah, let's get the rest done, shall we? Poor mama. Might try a different approach for the other ones because they've got a lip over the bush, which makes them a bit harder. So I might try and burning them out. Somebody gave me fire. See what happens. I don't know. It's still on fire. Should I just leave it to fire? Let's leave it to fire. See if it melts it out. Should put it outside? Let's put it outside. These are, the environment's loving this. Just need to get the right socket. Maybe a 20. Oh hi, I'm back again. She's out. And some of the bush. Okay, here's the way you should actually do it, is get the knife, work around to cut this edge off. But we had fun with the fire. This will allow you to get that bottom bit on, so you can put it on the ridge around here, because with the rubber overlapping you can't do that. Kaboom! That was a lot easier, wasn't it? Next. numeral 5. 5. Hang on. 5. That was f***ing easy, wasn't it? That one like fell out. 6. That's all of them done. Wagwan, children. So I'm nearly out of battery here, but let's see. I've got all the bushes out, laid next to the prospective arms. And that's where I've been cutting them and burning them like a real G. Obviously, before you comment and start whinging, it was a joke, so we pressed them out. It's fine, they're all pressed out. Now, clean these off with a wire wheel, get all the shite off them, and then paint them. And then next week, I will come back, put the bushes in, do the anti-roll bar lengths, and maybe I'll paint the subframe today as well. Yeah, let's paint the subframe. So we'll paint that, get that done, and that'll probably be it for today. Next time we'll be reassembling it all and hopefully have a lovely cake.
A few moments later.
Okay, so the arms are now clean. I have wire brushed them with the drill, wire worn the drill, and cleaned out the holes to get them clean so the bushes don't catch. They are done, they need painting now. But next job, before I go home, is I'm going to paint this and leave it to dry over the weekend on here. So I'll get some wood, prop it up on some wood and get that painted. Right, so I've got one coat on the subframe. It's looking pretty good, to be fair. As you can see, hopefully the brush marks will go away, but that should stop it from rusting again in the future. I think it'll look pretty sick with the red arms. That is all for me today because I've got to go home and it's Saturday and I want to enjoy my weekend. So join me next time when we'll be painting the arms, finishing painting this, getting the poly brushes in and doing the anti-roll bar links. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos, subscribe up here. More videos down here. Goodbye.